Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a quick look at the brand new, well, I say brand new, it's probably been out a week by now, Hawker Hunter. That's free, that's right, free, available at FlyInside, which I will leave the link in the description below. So I thought we'd have a quick look around, quick trip, and see what we all think. I've had probably 2 or 3 trips in it so far, and really enjoying it at the moment. Very much wanting to fly it every time I come into the sim, which is nice. So here we are at Naval Air Station Cold Rose down south, and in the splitter scheme used by the HAA based out of Scampton. I do like the scheme, it does look nice. I know it's very much 50 Shades of Grey, but I like it, so let's go ahead here and have a look. Now, the important thing to remember is that those of you that probably remember that this Hunter was available for FSX and P3D and so on, the developers very much tried to keep the aircraft going, and I've got to say, considering that this is free, and I'll say that again, free, it's absolutely top drawer, I think, anyway. So you can see from the externals we've got the crew ladder, blanks and guards here and flags and stuff, which seem to be moving in the wind, which is nice, just a nice little effect. Let's have a look around. So yeah, there's quite a few variants in the pack. I think all the single seat variants that were built, I think this version is a Mark 58 specifically, but I think this includes like the F1, F4, the prototype, and some of the naval versions as well, which is cool. I know he said that he's hoping to do the twin seat versions as well, the T-Birds, which would be just a nice addition. But until then, I'm more than happy with the single seat version. It's very nice. It looks very nicely modelled. Let's jump in the cockpit. Now, as you can see, it does look pretty good. Very much old-fashioned steam gauges, as you would expect from this type of aircraft. Was it built in the 50s? I think it was. But it does look very nice as we look around. Speaking of which, does anybody know how to get rid of those bloody pop-ups? Sick of seeing them. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so looks very good. All the cockpits are slightly different to represent each mark, I believe. So, for example, the early versions don't have that TACAN paneling fitted, whereas the later marks do. Something to bear in mind, which is good. We can toggle on and off the stick just to make it easy to read some of the instruments down here, and we can also pop up the gun sight, which we won't see at the minute because I've not got the battery switched on. But we can have a look at that once we're up and running and ready to go. But yeah, the detail's really nice. I know I don't think the textures are like fully like 4K or anything, but to be perfectly honest, for me, they do the job. They look fine. Maybe someone out there will come up with a mod that will enhance them, but I certainly don't think they're bad at all. I think the developer's done really well to do that. So let's go ahead and start this bird up and just get her in the air. Let's listen to her starting up. Sounds good. It's got that nice sort of gentle howl to it, which I quite like. And the sound system is very good, but as you move around the aircraft it doesn't seem to change too much, like perhaps other aircraft do, but again, this is free, and I'm definitely more than happy with it, without a doubt. So let's go ahead here and head towards the runway, shall we? So as I mentioned with the gun sign, there we go. We can have that brighter and slightly darker, depending on the weather. Leave off, and we'll go ahead here and close the canopy. There is a shortcut for it, but I can never remember what the shortcut is, so I just use the click spot. It's just easier. So let's go ahead and see what she can do. I think she sounds really nice. Super simple to fly, which I believe is what she was like in real life. Clear left. Clear right. So we are using real world weather today, so it's glorious here in the UK at the moment. Which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and line her up. And spoon her up a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and make sure we got our nav lights on. Landing light on. We are ready to go. So let's just line this up so when I come back I know. Right, let's go. Yeah, so as I was saying, she's super simple to fly and taxi around and stuff. Like I said, very much like I believe she was in real life. So I think the developers did really well with that respect. So. Off. Just like one thing I'm not sure about though is the pilot, once you've got the canopy closed, it looks very dark. I don't know if that's a texture issue or if that's the model itself, but again it's something that doesn't bother me too much. I can live with it again because it's free. I think I'd probably query it more if I paid for the aircraft, but I don't see the need to get too worked up about it. But yeah, she's just so easy to fly, really nice. Let's see if we can some aerobatics. Few things at least. I know I am not a real world pilot or display pilot. I like to just fly around and have a bit of fun. So let's go for a loop, shall we? Let's just zoom out a smidge. I'm using track IR. look around at things. So if it's a bit shaky, I do apologise. There might be more settings that I've got. A bit too tender. Good. I've not noticed any effects coming off the aircraft in terms of, say, wind forces or anything like that. So I'll really pull it here. I've got the stick buried in my gut. I'm getting nothing coming back. But again, small detail. How am I that fussed? No. Again, it's free, so. But yeah, it's really nice. I think we can also toggle on and off the external fuel tanks out on the wings in the fuel payloads menu. Same with the pylons. I'm not sure if we can add weapons to the aircraft, even if they're just sort of like placeholders. But again, I'm not too fussed about that myself personally. Hunter was probably one of the UK's best exports in terms of military aircraft. Quite a few were produced and sold around the world in many countries, and I've seen already there's a few talented artists out there started creating some different skins for it. The aircraft does come with a whole host of different liveries for you to use, which are really nice. I think the flight model is pretty good. It doesn't feel like you're on the rails like it did in the FSX and P3D days. But again, I think that's a lot to do with the sim itself rather than specifically the aircraft. Again, you know, I think she's really nice to fly. Like I said, easy to fly, which is what she's supposed to be. You know, I know from interviews I've seen in previous from Hunter pilots that, you know, they all said that it was just such a joy to fly, so easy and so on. So it's nice to see it, one, be modelled for the sim for us to use, and two, modelled so well. And certainly when it comes to flying, it's easy. Yeah, really nice. Need to do a bit more exploring of the manual and stuff to see what else is available. But as I said, I like to just fly around and I don't do too many serious things with it. And I think you guys will too, and like I said, because this is free, it kind of feels like a bit of a steal, really. I know there's certainly some payload aircraft out there that aren't as good as this. I won't name names and things, but I'm sure you can all come to that conclusion yourself from the marketplace. Really nice overall. Modelled, such as brake chute when you land. I don't know if it has much of an effect in terms of helping me to slow it down or not. I can't say I've noticed it too much, but it is models, so I think it's let's switch their brake shoe. I don't know if there's a short key for it. I need to again look in the manual and find out, but it is there, which is quite nice. And for the naval version there is the tail hook, and whether it's functioning or not, I'm not too sure. Overall, I think it's a very, very solid add-on. And again, because it's free, you can't go wrong with it. And I don't think you have much of a right to complain about it either. Somebody's given their time up to develop this in their own, for themselves, I'm assuming, and then enjoyed it. It's free. I can't recommend it highly enough, to be honest. It is such a fun aircraft to fly about. She looks great. She sounds pretty good too. Yeah, if you haven't got it, go get it. It's really nice. Really nice. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below, so you can go ahead and download it yourself, so you can see what you think. It'd be interesting to know what you do think as well, if you have already got it. Let me know down in the comment section. Other than that, I haven't really got much else to add. Just looks really nice. So with that in mind, I shall leave it there, I think. As always, thank you for joining in today. Please do leave a like and subscribe.